Sentient beings create karma through body, speech, and mind. Karma leads to the consequences of our actions, just as a shadow follows a form, or fire meets wind. If the karma is good, the result will be good, and if the karma is bad, the result will be bad. This teaching from the Buddha reveals a profound truth about the law of cause and effect in life. In all our actions, words, and thoughts, whether big or small, there is energy, an invisible impact on the future. Every action we take leads to a corresponding result, just as a seed sown in the earth will eventually bear fruit in the harvest season. Therefore, the life of every individual is the result of the karma they have created in the past and present. We cannot escape this law, for karma governs all phenomena in the universe, from grand events to the smallest details in life. So how can we understand and apply the law of karma in our daily lives to create a peaceful and meaningful existence? Sowing good karma is not about doing grand or distant things. It starts with the simple, everyday actions. A warm smile, a gentle word, a helpful gesture, these are all seeds of kindness. The Buddha once told the story of a poor woman who only had a small oil lamp to offer. But because of her sincere heart, that small lamp shone brightly, surpassing all the extravagant offerings of the wealthy. This story teaches us that sowing good karma is not about material value but about genuine intention. Take a look at modern life. An employee helps a new colleague, a student returns a lost wallet, a person protects a tree from harm, or helps an elderly person cross the street. These are all acts of sowing good karma. Though these actions may seem small, they can create unexpected positive outcomes. A person who is always honest earns the trust of others, and one who loves animals will receive comfort from those silent companions. However, not everyone recognizes the importance of sowing good karma. Some live selfishly, caring only for themselves and neglecting moral values. Others sow bad karma by harming others, speaking cruel words, or engaging in deceitful actions. These negative actions, though they may bring short-term gain, will ultimately lead to suffering. The Buddha taught that doing evil is like dissolving salt in water. Even a little salt makes the whole glass of water bitter. Sowing good karma and reaping good results is a law that applies not only to personal life but also to social relationships. In a modern world full of challenges and temptations, each person can either become a positive or negative force within the community. The Buddha taught that no matter how difficult the circumstances, if we remain steadfast in good intentions and right actions, good results will always follow. Look at the relationships around us: friends, family, colleagues. If we treat others with sincerity, respect, and love, these relationships will become enduring and filled with happiness. The story of two close friends in Buddhist scriptures is a prime example. Anathapindika, one of the wealthiest and most compassionate men during the Buddha's time, dedicated his entire life to helping the poor, offering alms to monks, and building many monasteries, including the famous Jetavana monastery. Anathapindika lived in the respect of everyone. Though he was wealthy, he always knew how to share and help others. It was his compassionate way of life that brought him blessings and made him beloved by all. In contrast, Chavaka, despite his background and talents, lived a selfish life, showing no concern for others and only seeking personal gain. As a result, he did not earn the respect or affection of people and lived a life of loneliness and suffering. This story clearly illustrates the law of cause and effect that the Buddha taught. Those who live according to the path of goodness and perform virtuous deeds will reap good results, while those who live selfishly and engage in harmful actions will face suffering and isolation. However, sowing good seeds does not mean we must lead a perfect life without mistakes. Perfection is not the goal. Rather, it is the ability to recognize and correct our mistakes. It is through failures, suffering, and life lessons that we gain valuable experiences and grow wiser. The Buddha affirmed that no one can avoid hardships in life, but the important thing is how we face and learn from them. Every fall is an opportunity to rise stronger, provided we have the perseverance and right understanding. A famous story in Buddhist scriptures is that of Kisa Gotami, a woman who was deeply grieving the loss of her child. She went to the Buddha in her unbearable sorrow and begged for his help. She cried and pleaded for assistance. The Buddha asked her to find a mustard seed from a family that had never experienced death, and only when she found such a seed would he help her end her pain. She searched from house to house, but no one could offer her such a seed, for in life, death is inevitable. She realized that suffering is part of life and can only be overcome when we accept it rather than try to escape it. The lesson from this story is profound. Every suffering has its cause, and when we understand the cause of suffering, we will find a way to overcome it. Every action and thought, whether good or bad, is a seed we are sowing in this life. And from those seeds, we will reap the consequences. The Noble Path and Liberation. We can understand karma not only as the reflection of past actions and words but also as the way we create our future through the choices we make in the present moment. The Buddha pointed out that all beings have the potential to become Buddhas, but the path is not always smooth. Each of us can sow good seeds in our lives to cultivate sweet, beautiful results. But to do so, we must first have faith in the true Dharma, and more importantly, we must practice it in every action, word, and thought. In modern life, we are often swept up in the whirlwind of competition, fame, and temporary desires. This leads us to act mindlessly, hurting others, and thus creating undesirable consequences for ourselves. However, not everyone realizes that it is the small actions in our daily life that are the seeds of our future life. For example, when we have a compassionate heart, when we act with love and tolerance, even in difficult situations, we are sowing good seeds for the future. These seeds will sprout, grow, and bring us peace, happiness, and enlightenment. The Buddha emphasized the importance of right action and truthful speech. Words, even if brief, can be a source of cause and effect. When we use words to encourage others, to help and support them in difficult times, those words will return to us, bringing peace and respect from those around us. Conversely, when we use words to criticize, condemn, or hurt others, we are sowing seeds of suffering, leading to inevitable consequences. We must also recognize deeply that karma not only occurs in the present but also affects the distant future. When we see someone doing a good deed, no matter how small, such as helping a poor person, caring for the sick, or simply offering a friendly smile, we may not immediately see the results of that action. However, these good deeds are like seeds that will bring about good results in the future. Likewise, even small harmful actions, if we don't recognize and correct them, will gradually create a future filled with suffering. Karma is not a distant or difficult to understand law. It is a simple, evident truth in our daily lives. The Buddha clearly taught that every action we take has an impact on ourselves and others. Good actions will bring sweet results, and negative actions will sow bitter fruits. Therefore, it is important that we live mindfully, act rightly, and always strive for noble values in life. The noble path that the Buddha taught is not an easy path. It requires patience, perseverance, and self-mastery. However, only when we practice these teachings in our lives, even in the smallest matters, can we build a good, peaceful life and help others find enlightenment. Remember, life is not just about what we receive but also about what we sow. Every action, every word, and every thought can create a better world, both for ourselves and for those around us. Finally, let us recall the Buddha's teaching: all things arise from the mind. When the mind is pure, everything becomes good. Let us live in such a way that each day is one of sowing good seeds, so that tomorrow we may reap sweet fruits, and in this life and the next, we always live in peace, happiness, and love. The noble path is the path of self-realization, the path that helps us live fully with ourselves, harmoniously with the world, and with all beings. So that life may truly be an endless flow of light, happiness, and peace. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to give me more motivation and to not miss any valuable content.